Okay, let's continue. We're gonna do our language. So, language, yesterday you learned about who, what, when, where, why, and how. So, those things we talked about are all asking words, right? So, today we're going to move to another topic, and the topic is sentences. Now, a sentence is actually a group of words that you put them together. When you put them together, you have to be able to understand exactly what is being said. Another rule of a sentence is that it should start with a big letter. Okay? Like in our writing a while ago, I told you the clue to find out what is the first word is to figure out which one has the big letter. Sentences need to begin with a big letter. If it doesn't begin with a big letter, then it's not considered a sentence. And the last clue is a sentence needs to end with a punctuation mark. Now, what in the world is a punctuation mark? We're going to learn about three basic punctuation marks today, and I'm going to teach them to you now. So, each of these punctuation marks also have a specific kind of sentence that they belong to. So the punctuation marks are actually clues to tell you what kind of sentence it is. So let's start. We have a TS, right? TS stands for telling sentence. When you have a telling sentence tells you about something. For example, my name is Teacher Meg. So I'm telling you that my name is Teacher Meg. For example, I am a girl. Or for example, it is a hot day. So all of those are just sentences that I'm trying to tell you, right? That's why it's called a telling sentence. Now, how do you know that it is a telling sentence? Remember, I told you about punctuation marks. Punctuation marks are found at the end of a sentence. And the punctuation mark for a telling sentence is a period. It is just actually a dot. We call it a period. And it signifies that that's the end. When you see a sentence that has a period, you can right away know that that is a telling sentence. It means it is trying to tell you something. So I have an example. I should have one. Okay. I have an example of a telling sentence. Oops. I just have to get it. It fell. Sorry about that. Okay, so here. Here is my sentence. It is a telling sentence. Look at it. Oh, I have to move back. Try to read it. I am in kinder 2. And there you have your period. I'm trying to tell you that I am in kinder 2. Look at the end. That's the end. It has a period. Right? So when it has a period, you right away know that it is a telling sentence. Say telling sentence. Very good. One more time. Telling sentence. And the telling sentence has a period. Can you please practice how to make a period? That's very easy. Just make a dot like that. Say period. Okay. And remember, you find it at the end. You don't find it in the middle. And you definitely do not find it at the beginning. Remember, it starts with a big letter and it ends with a period. That is a telling sentence. Okay, let us move on. If you need to watch it again, go ahead and do it. That will help. If that will help you, go ahead and do it. Okay, next. AS. What do you think AS stands for? AS stands for asking sentence. Say asking sentence. So whenever you're asking something, asking a question, what is your name? Where are you going? Just like the questions that you learned yesterday when you were learning about the question words, right? Like, Who is your teacher? What is your name? Where are you going? Why are you sad? All of those are questions. You want to know the answer. That's why you're asking. At the end of an asking sentence, you will find a question mark. That is called question mark. Say question mark. Okay, it's a little bit complicated to write it, but you see it looks like a number 2, but then it goes down instead of to the side. So like half of a heart and down, 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 and then it has a dot also. So say the magic words, half of a heart and down, 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 period. Half of a heart and down, 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 period. Practice. Half of a heart and down, 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 period. That is for asking sentence. So let me get my asking sentence. I just have to draw the question mark. Here we go. Let's try. This is an asking word. When is our, that's a long word, graduation? And there you find the question mark. You're asking, when is our graduation? And then you put a question mark at the end. It starts with a big letter, ends with a question mark. And this is called an asking sentence. It asks a question because you don't know the answer, so you're trying to ask a question. Okay, next, last one. We have ES. ES. ES stands for exclaiming sentence. Exclaiming is a long word. Say exclaiming. Exclaiming sentence. Now, what does exclaiming mean? Exclaiming is when you show strong emotion or strong feeling. Emotions is how you feel, feelings like that. So if you're super angry, that is, you use an what did I say? You use an exclaiming sentence. For example, I'm really angry. Sometimes Teacher Meg gets angry at the class, right? And then I sometimes say, Kinder too, right? You notice Teacher Meg's voice goes up. I don't say, Kinder too, right? I use a lot of emotion. I say, Kinder too, especially when you are very noisy. Or sometimes when we say happy birthday, we say happy birthday. We're so excited. We don't say happy birthday. Is that how you say it? Like you're asking? No, we say happy birthday. Or for example, when there's an emergency. An emergency is when something dangerous is happening and you have to act fast. For example, there's a fire and you're trying to call your neighbors to come and help. So you say, fire, fire, right? You raise your voice. You're so excited. Not excited to have a fire, but like you're so emotional. You're scared. So your voice tends to go high. You don't say, fire, fire, right? Nobody's gonna hear you. So for exclaiming sentences, you use an exclamation point. This is easier to make. You just go down and dot. Down and dot. Exclamation point. Okay, so again, you use exclamation points for whenever you say something and you use emotions or your feelings. So I have something because Teacher Meg loves to eat. Whenever I taste something delicious, I always say, wow, this tastes yummy. There is your exclamation point. When I eat something yummy, I don't say, wow, this tastes yummy. Or I don't say, this tastes yummy. No, I say, this tastes yummy. I'm so excited that I am eating something yummy. So that is what you call an exclaiming sentence. So those are the three kinds of sentences. Let us review. We have telling sentence. We use a period. Oops. We have asking sentence where we use a question mark. And we have exclaiming sentence where we use an exclamation point. Good job. So remember, those are your clues. Those are your clues. I should stick this on the wall, but I don't have my Scotch tape. So you can write it down somewhere where you can see it. Okay? So we're gonna do one activity and then we're gonna have one assignment. Okay, are you ready? Let's go to number 3 to 4. 3 to 4. Okay, we are only going to do the bottom part because the other parts I want to do in school with me when I'm with you so that I can give you clearer instructions and I can check. So we're just gonna do this bottom part here. Okay, we're gonna write, where is that? Wait. We're gonna read the sentences and look at the punctuation mark at the end. We're gonna write ES if it ends in an exclamation point. We're gonna write AS if it ends with a question mark. And we are gonna write TS if it ends with a period. Okay, so please get your books. We're gonna do number 1 up to number 5. Very easy. Okay, let's start. Number 1. The clouds are dark. The clouds are dark. They are trying to tell you something. The clue is right there at the end. What is that punctuation mark there? That is a period. Period. So your answer is TS. Please write TS. It is a telling sentence because it ends with a period. Okay, let's go to number 2. When will we celebrate United Nations? You know the answer to that, right? When do we celebrate United Nations? What month? October. Very good, October. When will we celebrate United Nations? Look at the end. That punctuation mark is called a question mark. And question marks are found at the end of an asking sentence. Please put AS at the end. Asking sentence. Please put AS on the blank for number 2. Asking sentence. Okay, let's go to number 3.